What is up, gamers? It's Electrified DVD back with another video, and I know it's my second video today, but I did not realize that this patch was coming out today, and yeah, the Skye patch is here. So let's hop straight into it. Before we get in though, make sure you are subscribed, you like the video, all that jazz. Alright, now I am not going to make this video very edited or anything. I just want to get it out there and show you guys my opinions on how Skye should be played. So first of all, let's just go, let's unlock her, right? Let's do that. There we go. Skye is unlocked. Cool. So I think, alright, so once we get into, let's explain what I think. Alright, here we go. Alright, so first off, Skye is an initiator, and so she is an initiator with Breach and an initiator with Sova as well. And Skye is a little bit different from the other initiators because of her abilities. So before I get into explaining everything and how you should play her, I'm going to first explain all her abilities. So she's an initiator, she's from Australia, blah 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 blah. You can read that if you want. So first, her ability, her C ability is regrowth. So she equips a healing trinket, and when you hold fire, and every allies in range and in her line of sight, that's important, they could be in range, but if they're out of line of sight, you won't heal them. So it'll heal them faster. I think it's a little bit faster than Sage's heal, but she only has a certain amount of charge for heal, and it isn't that much, so make sure to use it wisely. And she also can't heal herself. Her next ability, which for me is V, I think normally that's Q, is Trailblazer. So she gets a tiger, and it's kind of like Sova's drone, except it moves way faster, it's on the ground, and you can leap at people and with fire. And once you do that, so once you left click and leap on people, if you hit them, then they kind of get a stunned effect and take a little damage. So then her last of her normal abilities is Guiding Light, which is, in my opinion, either the best or second best flash in the game. So it's a flash. When you hold fire, it goes forward and it guides in the direction of your crosshair. So, and then once you reuse it again, so you hit E again, then it'll flash. You can also flash yourself, which, as you'll see in some of the gameplay, I do flash myself a decent bit. And then, but you can also shoot this, so just be aware that you can shoot the Hawk. And her ultimate is Seekers, where it's only 3 ultimate orbs that it needs, and she gets a Seeker trinket. When you hit fire to send out 3 Seekers, it'll track down the 3 closest enemies. If a Seeker reaches its target, it nearsights them, so it kind of gives a paranoia effect, and it is very good for finding out where people are in late post-plant situations, which is pretty good. So I think this ultimate is really good, especially for the little low cost of ultimate prices. So now I'll get into some gameplay. I'll explain how she works. Alright, so I went over all of her abilities and what they do, but now I want to tell you how you should use them. So again, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a pro player. This is just what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've felt playing as Skye for a little bit. You know, obviously we haven't played her extensively, and we don't know how she's going to necessarily affect the meta, but these are just my thoughts. So first off, her heal, you're definitely going to want to use that sparingly, but not too sparingly. If your teammates need a heal, then go ahead and heal them. It'll be better to tell them to group up, but if more than one teammate needs a heal, I think that's going to be ideal. But besides that, I mean, it's just a heal, so there's not too much to it. Now, Trailblazer, or, you know, the wolf, as you know, I like to call it, you usually want to use it. I usually think you should use that directly at the beginning of, you want to use that right at the start of a round. So you can scout out, either if you're defending, you can scout out and see where the attackers are, or if you're attacking, see how many defenders are and where they are then. So I think it's very powerful in doing that. I don't think you mainly use it to get that paranoia effect, that concussion, although you can, but I think, you know, in this clip right here, I'm clearing long. So now I know I can go in there and there's not going to be anybody there. So I think that's kind of what it's going to be more useful for, but then again, you can also use it for the concussion, and it is going to be good for that as well. Now, her flash is the most interesting because you can get it over lots of walls. The best part about her flash is you can make it appear in places no one would think. So if you can shoot it over a wall, that's going to be the best. And I hopefully maybe at some point in the future I'm going to have a video up of the like 5 or 10 best flash spots that you can do on different maps, and I think that's going to be really, really good if you can figure that out. And just make sure not to get flashed yourself. It's a little bit of an interesting flash to get used to, but it is definitely a powerful one and one that you should definitely master. And in the last clip, you just saw the ultimate I used, and I saw that it went up to Omen, so I knew exactly where he was, and I could just aim at him. Now I potatoed a little bit, but I still knew where he was, and the same thing with Raze. So it's very, very powerful for when you're going onto sites, whether that be you're retaking a site or whether you are taking a site. So one of the two, and then you can kind of know where people are and then pre-fire them because of that. So her play style as a whole, I think you don't want to play her super aggressive. I think she's going to be more in the back supporting her team, but you also don't want to be as far back as a smoke. You still want to be initiating the conflict. Obviously, let your fraggers start the conflict, but you don't really need to be up front, up close and personal. With Skye, you can kind of let your teammates do the heavy lifting and support them with all of your abilities and utility, and she is incredibly good at doing that. She has so much utility, and it is really, really useful. I think she's definitely going to be meta. I think we're going to see a lot of pro teams using her and utilizing her, but I mean, that's about it. I think that you guys should know pretty much everything that I know about Skye at this point, and I haven't done it like an insane amount of research or anything, but I just wanted to get this video out because I had no clue this patch was coming out today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will definitely be playing Skye a lot in the future, and I think she's definitely going to become one of my main agents. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. Second video today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, have a great day. See you guys in the next one.